on in, come on in, come on in. Let's get this started. I'm just putting vitamin E on my oil, on my face, my lips, my hands, because my hands are super dry after freezing them up in the cold earlier today. So this is part 2. We've come back for the breakdown because I really want to move on from this story. This story is just so convoluted, and there's so many moving parts and so many people injecting themselves into the story and people taking it so personally and it galvanizing them. Look, it's apparent that both, I don't want to say it's apparent that both have lied. It's apparent that Rhoda has not been truthful, and people are speculating that the person who has come out and said that he's the one who hit her, there are people who are speculating that some of the things that he's saying are not as truthful as they feel that it could be. So, welcome, welcome. I feel like something is off with this. Okay. Oh, I see. I remember why I did that. Because in editing, it was getting the comments were messing things up in editing. All right, welcome. All right, so we are back. I'm just waiting for the text to go out. I'm in a much better frame of mind now. I had a chance to just really kind of decompress. I ate good food. Let me tell you, each and every day there's a battle between good and evil going on inside my house. Every time I open them cabinets and I see these foods that be calling my name. What voice? Because a family member of mine said that the voice, like that it's like a harried voice, like yeah, come on, right? But the voice that comes to me is like oh so soft and sensual, like you want me. Oh, just imagine. This is how it be. Let me move my mic very close so that you can hear how it be. So you can hear. It be like, ooh, you want me. Can't you just feel that sweet flavor wrapped around your tongue? Oh, I'm ice cream and I'm so cool and silky. Don't you want this cool silky ice cream in your mouth? That's the way it be talking to me. And I'd be like, no, I don't want you. I don't want you. And it'd be like, you lying. You want me. But it's real soft and just very sensual with it. And so I just had to really look. There's some, I'm not going to say the name of the brand because it's a famous brand that's made with cocoa powder and it has a white creamy center. And when I open the cabinet, I see it there and I'm like, no, leave me alone. Right? And I had to go eat a sweet potato, y'all. I had to eat a sweet potato because what happened is over the Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that, it's cold. I kind of relaxed on my working out. And then I've been eating and eating, and I see my face. I was looking at a video from just a month ago, and my face was much more defined. And I'm like, oh, Tonya, you're not going back. You're not going back. So I just had to fill up my belly with a sweet potato because it's like sometimes the voice wins. Sometimes it wins. This is why I don't want to hear nobody like Jillian Michaels talking about talking about how easy it is just to eat less. If it was that easy, everybody would be slim. Everybody. All right. So we've gotten through our small talk. Listen, let me ask you know what before we jump into the video, I want to find out from you all, right? How the voice that tries to get you to eat food, right? I want to know. I want to know what it sounds like, right? Is it a sensual voice? Is it an aggressive voice? Is it a happy voice like, "Yay, come on and eat this popsicle," right? And then I also want to know if you are obese, skinny, or put M for in the middle, like moderate or whatever, healthy weight, right? So if you are obese, put an O and tell me what the voice sounds like. If you're skinny, put an S and tell me what the voice sounds like. And if you're, healthy weight or whatever, just put an M for the middle, right? Your go-to is peanuts. But peanuts are they're not even good for you. They're not even good for you. Look up lectins. They're not good for you. They're not good for you. Kim, is your voice? Is it? But tell me, what is the temperament of the voice? Is it, I want to know the emotion of the voice. Like, is it a happy voice, a sad voice, a sexy voice? Like, mine is such a sensual voice that's like, come on, girl. You know this ice cream's so soft. It's just waiting for you. Why tell yourself no? You know you want me. Phantom is saying, Tanya, you muted me for calling Brickgate. I didn't mute anybody for calling her that. I muted you from my broadcast because there was something that you said that was inappropriate. And if you want, right, if I muted you because I saw what I saw. Anybody here know the Little Princess? What I say, I said, I saw, I know my rights, I know the law. And I know the law of my page. And it's very difficult for me to mute you on my broadcast. There's only 2 ways you get muted on my broadcast: by speaking stuff, by using misogynistic slurs. Were you the one who called her 304? Play with me on my channel. Play with me. Because the broadcast is there. And I can promise you this. If you were the one that I muted that called her 304, right? What I will do is I will help you get the muting that you want permanently. Because during the break, I can go to that broadcast and see what you put up on my screen. And if you were the one who called her 304, if you want some, let me know, right? Continue to spin the narrative as if I'm the one that's crazy, because you see, you and her got something in common, seems like. Playing the victim. Don't play with me. Listen, go play checkers. Don't play me. Go play checkers. Let me see. What was I coming to my phone for? I lifted up I need to connect the apples. Your voice doesn't have manners or home training. Is it cursing you out? Oh my gracious. Nonchalant, terrible influence. Oh my goodness. Wait, when you say your voice has no home training, is it cursing you out? That is very interesting. Because I thought everybody's voice was like this soft, beckoning voice, until my family member was telling me about how that voice was like, you remember that Cheetos? Like, yeah, Cheetos. It was kind of like that. Oh my goodness. So your voice sounds like a lawyer and a principal. Your voice is old. Just old vibes, like, come on, eat this cookie, baby. That's crazy. That's crazy. Excited, happy voice. Like, yay, come eat this muffin. Yeah, well, I guess we all hear it differently. All right, so we're going to go. Let me get the apples connected. Uh-oh, wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. Perfect. A ghetto teenager? Really? How interesting. A gluttonous voice? Does it have like a fat sound in the throat, like, come eat. Come eat. Miss Lady, you're saying you were muted months ago? and you don't know why you don't use slurs. Were you the one who wrote to me? I needed to look that up. You know what? Send me your YouTube name because I'm gonna look it up on this broadcast and get you taken care of. Get you taken care of. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's broadcast. All right. We are live on. Oh, I don't have the thing up on my screen. We got to get the thing up on the screen. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Here it is. Oh.
I'm usually about.
Here. Get this up on the screen. Hey, 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 hey. All right, let's go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, we are live on YouTube, which is the main platform. I am your host, Tonya Tko. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTko.com. I help you learn how to re-engage with that inner self-love. What we do is we react to viral stories and we talk about the self-love lesson for each one of us in those stories. And today we happen to be going through the story of Brickgate. And it's the story that just keeps on giving more and more confusion. It just keeps giving more and more confusion. Every time we turn around, there's a new twist and a new turn. And so now what we're doing is we are analyzing the video from the guy. Oh, I didn't mean to take that off the screen. We're analyzing the video from the guy who is the one who is being touted as the one who hit her. But now with a brick, he's saying he hit her back. So earlier we did part 1, and now we've come back in for part 2, where we're going to be breaking down what he's saying, how he's saying it, and all of that. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. We ended the last broadcast at minute 27:35. So we're a little bit before that, 27:29, and then we're just going to play through from here. So welcome. If this is your first time here, I am a self-love specialist. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I am an accredited program trained life coach. And once or twice a year, I do group coaching behind the scenes. We are working on getting together in April so that we can have a live event in New York City. So wait for the information on that. I should be solidifying the location pretty soon. All right. So if you're ready to jump into this, I am ready. Yes, go ahead. Like the live. You can close the live chat area. Go to the video, click the thumbs up, and then come back in. All right.
By myself, so I don't have that much to drink. So not too much. I couldn't
Okay.
recall. I couldn't tell you.
So were you sober or were you intoxicated as well?
So you're giving me, was I sober or was I intoxicated? I was in the middle, maybe. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. I I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't.
And then the driver, how did you know the driver? Did he come there after?
I'm
Was
not
he
getting
the
into
Uber
the. I'm not
driver?
Yeah, I'm not really actually getting into anything as far as other people because they don't want to be mentioned or anything like that.
Okay, so he wasn't an Uber driver.
Yeah, they don't want to be spoken about. The people like anything at all. Unfortunately, I apologize, but
Oh, okay. I was just trying to figure out if he was the Uber or if there was any way that it could have been mistaken that he was Uber. But you're saying, to your knowledge, it was not an Uber. He wasn't on duty doing Uber that night.
no. I mean, not like I said. Is we went into like the paperwork says we went into a white Maserati. That's definitely.
This is something that I find really interesting that he did throughout the interview. He kept trying to reference back to paperwork that people may or may not have read. And it's like, why have you on if all we need to do is just talk about the paperwork? And the fact that there's a few different things that are a little strange to me about this. He talks about a we, right? So there's the we that was at the club. He talks about how he typically goes out alone so he doesn't drink, yet he was in this VIP area inside the club. Well, he doesn't drink that much, right? And when he left, he was with a girl. He also says that he was with multiple women inside of this VIP area so that when Bashi or Osman came up and was like, if you want me to sit here, all of these girls got to go, right? Where were all of these girls when the club was closing? So that's the thing. How did you and the driver, the girl, and Rhoda end up in one car, right? For those of you who don't know, we're talking about Brickgate right now. In September of last year, there was a young lady who came out and said that there was a man outside the club that hit her in the face with a brick, right? We don't know the details of what happened. She was injured. She was injured somehow. People are speculating that she came there with the injury. Some people are claiming that she injected saline into her face. But we saw that when the incident first happened, there was a square like knot on her face, which grew as the night and days went on. So something happened to her. What happened to her is what we're all trying, well, what I'm trying to find out.
Not a Uber. So
Well, I mean, look, in Japan, the taxis are Mercedes Benzes, you
yeah,
know?
well, because that's not a foreign there. That's actually the normal car. I used to live in Germany for a while, but
So this part was weird to me as well. I said in Japan, the Mercedes Benz are taxis, and he's like, "Well, that's the normal car there because he lived in Germany." That was a little weird because I don't know how the two relate.
no. I mean, not like I said, is we went into, like the paperwork says, we went into a white Maserati. That's definitely not a Uber. So
Well, I mean, look, in Japan, the taxis are Mercedes Benzes, you
yeah,
know?
well, because that's not a foreign there. That's actually the normal car.
I don't understand. A Toyota is a Japanese car. A Honda is a Japanese car. But Mercedes Benz, that's a German automobile. That's not from Japan. And then he qualifies his statement with talking about how he lived in Germany. I don't see how Germany, Japan, Mercedes Benz, or Toyota have to do with one another. It's very interesting.
I used to live in Germany for a while, but I understand.
Okay. So, question for you: how has this changed your life?
Um, I wouldn't say change. Let's not say change. It hasn't changed my life.
From Instagram, credit repair lead system. TSQ started
It's affected my life in certain ways as far as
So, this is really interesting because it seems as if, because listen, so we've been doing this interview now for at least 15 minutes. And it looks, you can see when he goes to, he turns on that talking voice on his
not
phone.
like I said, is we went into, like the paperwork says, we went into a white
He gets the,
Maserati. That's
it looks like he
definitely
gets the phone
not
from,
a Uber. So
well, this is mean, look,
here.
in Japan, the taxis are Mercedes Benzes, you
yeah,
know?
well, because that's not a foreign there. That's actually the normal car. I used to live in Germany for a while, but I understand.
So look, so question for he grabs the phone, looks like from one side, right?
How has this
Puts
changed
it on
your
the other
life?
side, and he starts manipulating the dials to bring up an automated voice. So there are different tactics that can be used to create a barrier. There are ways that you can deflect. You can, you know how some people are like, oh, call me when I'm on this date. And then if it's a bad date, you'd be like, oh, I gotta go. My auntie's cat just got run over, right? There are different ways that we can use to distract from a cohesive connection. And so you see right now he's fidgeting with the phone and he's turning on that audible, whatchamacallit, the audible voice. Listen, look.
I
And then
wouldn't
he
say
puts, you
change.
see, he puts the
Let's
phone
not
back
say
on the other
change. It
side.
hasn't changed my life.
From Instagram, credit
And
repair lead
then
system.
it starts talking. Why do that in the middle of the interview? And then it continued to make different sounds and talk throughout the interview now.
Tonya Tko started
It's affected my life in certain ways as far as the biggest thing for me was hearing a lie and can't
Lizzie
speak
said,
about it. Like imagine
"Hey,
someone's talking
why?"
about you. I know you had said very
And then now he just doesn't turn it back off. So we're in the middle of this interview. We're in the middle of this interview. He creates this talking device on his phone, and then he just never turns it back off.
earlier that people start just talking and talking about you because you were saying you were questioning things, just like you're questioning me right now. Even though I'm on here with you and we had a conversation, you're questioning me. You're not just going with what I'm saying. You're asking questions like you're supposed to do. And I think most people should do that, is ask questions and really trying to understand the truth.
But what's the point in asking questions if a person isn't going to answer? Seriously, what's the point? So another distracting technique that some use is complimenting. Well, this is what you're supposed to do. Look at what you're doing now. This is how it should be done. Other people don't do that. The camaraderie that's built between saying, look, you and I are alike. We are of like mind. This is what you're doing is the right thing. Other people out there, they're wrong.
So the biggest thing for me is people speaking about me and my character and not knowing who I am and what I am or the truth. So that's really the biggest thing. And like you said, it affected your relationships. It affected my relationships as well because
So here, the camaraderie. I did a video many years ago on how to manipulate, and people got very angry at my video. But I think it's important to learn the tactics of manipulation so that we can know when we're falling prey to it.
it's like I can't speak about it and people are.
So now the camaraderie, you said this earlier, something like this has also happened to me. So building that bond of likeness, similarity.
Understand the truth. So the biggest thing for me is people speaking about me and my character and not knowing who I am and what I am or the truth. So that's really the biggest thing. And like you said, it affected your relationships. It affected my relationships as well because it's like I can't speak about it and people are trying, like people feel some type of way. They believe it's kind of scary that you can really put something out and that's the truth. And if you say anything else or anything else, like it's just kind of scary. It's kind of weird too. It's like internet type stuff. But that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like people to know about you, this situation? What would you like them to know going forward?
Well, not no, but I'm in, like the thing is I'm interested for the people that I sit there and watch the YouTube videos and comment on this. I'm not really hearing a lot of them speaking too much. Like it's really quiet. Like it's pretty quiet. I want to hear from. Can you turn the comments back on? Maybe they're in here. I'm interested.
This, I want to put this very tactfully, right? I want to put this very tactfully. If you've ever spent time with someone who is addicted to certain types of drugs, they're very fidgety, very jumpy, they can't keep still. It's a lot of nervous energy. It's a lot going on, right? I don't know what's happening, but there's a lot going on. First, he asked me to turn off the comments because they were so distracting. And now he's welcoming that distraction back in. It seems as if he may have turned off that volume thing on the phone because I don't hear it right now, but we will hear it again towards the end of the video. But so now,
because it's really crazy. Like, I'm not, let's see, I'm lost. I'm just.
and you know what? I don't know what's going on with my face right now. You know, they say human beings can read faces very well, right? What is my face telling you right now? Please, just look at it. What is my face? What does this face, what is this face saying to you? What does it say? I'm curious because I'm looking at this and my face, the face that I'm making, like I wasn't looking at the camera, so I wasn't really aware of what faces I was making, but I see that I was apparently making faces. I will be honest with you all, right? The reason why I did this interview is because I wanted to give him a chance to speak his side. I wanted him to be able to talk and be heard. However, when I started, you all are crazy. When I started asking him questions, it didn't seem like he was very familiar with the situation. It seemed like the information that I got could have been the same information I got from the article. And then I was referenced to go back to read the article several times. So, what I'm probably thinking right here, because I lived in that moment, but if I know myself, there's either one of two things that I'm thinking in this moment. One of them is, well, you turned off the comments for a reason, and now you want to invite them back in? Your funeral. That was probably what I was thinking, because I know because you see, even though he can't see the comments, or even when I take the comments off the screen, I can still see them. So I can see them going past. So if I look, I saw people were saying some crazy types of things. So I'm like, okay. So I'm either thinking, all right, your funeral, or I'm thinking, so I said it was one of two things. Or the second thing that I could have been thinking, since I know myself and I see that face, the second thing I could have been thinking is, this interview is going terribly. This is a waste of time. Maybe these comments can save us and give us new things to talk about, because it didn't seem as if he really wanted to answer my questions. And if he's looking at the comments, those questions are going to be a lot harder than my own. That's so. I was probably thinking a combination of those two things. Ty says boondoggle. I know that's right.
Gaslighting. Alrighty.
Question for you. Do you remember which hand you hit her with?
No.
Do you remember if you hit her with an open hand, a closed hand? Was it a fist, a slap? So now you see his mouth is moving and he's reading the comments. He's disengaged from the interview. He's not really listening to me anymore. A very simple question. Do you remember which hand you hit her with? He didn't even try to answer. But we got our answer earlier when he was mimicking how he hit her back. It's like, so if you see his mouth, just take a look at his mouth. He's reading the questions now. Do you remember if you hit her with an open hand, a closed hand? Was it a fist, a slap, a roundhouse?
Is that no? I'm not sure. It's actually footage, so.
So he's like, is that a question? He stops himself before he says, is that a question? So he doesn't want to answer my questions. He wants to look at the comments and distract himself and look at the comment questions so that he can answer those. Which hand did you hit her with? Was it a slap, a punch, a roundhouse kick? I don't know what's wrong with me. I just added that in. But it didn't even really seem like he was really listening to me anymore. It seems like he just disengaged. Was it a fist, a slap, a roundhouse?
Is that no? I'm not sure. It's actually footage, so they're gonna
Okay.
release the footage.
So he's like, it's actually footage. So we have you on the show now. And instead of you answering, we should wait to see footage that hasn't come out yet. Or during this show, we should be referencing footage no one has seen. This is very interesting.
And also, it's gonna be on the news like around 10, so they could look at it like that was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, that's so crazy.
Have you seen the footage yourself?
I've lived it. I mean, it's pretty much.
I know, but it sounds like there's some details that are lost to you, to her, to everybody. Because when you live a thing, it's different
Right.
than.
You're right. No, so
This is me pacifying, because I guess at this point I'm realizing that he's not really answering. He's skirting around a lot of stuff. He didn't want to answer about the driver, about where the girl went from the fight. Was there a fight? Was she trying to fight a girl? Or is this something that you gathered from some other video of her? So what happened to that girl? Where is she now? So you have a friend that somebody else tries to fight. The girl goes away, and then you invite her into the back seat with you while your friend was being attacked and has gone away, and you're going to take her to the after party with you. Why did she get in the car after she was trying to fight you?
I haven't seen the footage yet. No.
So then you haven't seen the footage. I haven't seen the footage. Nobody out there has seen the footage. So why are you referencing the footage? Why are you referencing footage no one has seen?
Funny though. I'm not gonna lie, that's so crazy.
Have you seen the footage yourself?
I've lived it. I mean, it's pretty much.
I know, but it's so if you lived it, then you should be able to answer questions. If you lived it and your recollection is as good as video evidence, then you should be able to answer questions. Was the water bottle frozen? Was it empty? Did it have water in it? If you lived it and there's no need for you to see the footage, why reference it to us? If your memory is photographic, video perfect memory, then either you don't remember or you don't want to say. Sounds like there's some details that are lost to you, to her, to everybody. Because, when you live a thing, it's different than.
You're right. No, so I haven't seen the footage yet. No.
Okay. So people want to know if you're okay. So now I'm asking questions from the damn comments because it didn't seem like he wanted to answer any of mine. So now this is his opportunity to now talk about how he's doing.
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, but it's really fucked up because I could have I know this is the internet, and then it's the internet, so people doing internet stuff, but this is like it's like real live consequences for this kind of stuff, like fake shit. So I could have been, I could have went to jail, could have went to prison. It's like it's my daughter is on the internet, you know what I mean? Like, so she sees stuff like this, and to me, it's like I feel like people should be held accountable for lying, for doing all this kind of shit. Like, literally.
Who are the people that should be held accountable? Who are we talking about now? This is so vague. People should be held accountable for lying. Who?
In this whole, like, how $42,000 off of a lie.
So now this is time number 2. This is time number 2 that now he's referencing back to Rhoda. He wants to talk about the situation that she caused and what ensued from her actions outside of him telling his story. Like, you're on here not to compel us about some details that we already know, but to give your side. So now it's like, so he wants to rally the crowd, right? She told a lie. People need to be held accountable.
I just feel like everyone should be held accountable, and then more than just how she's being held accountable today. She was supposed to go to the police station. She didn't go.
What do you mean?
Like, she was supposed to surrender today.
And she did not?
She did not. The news, I just came from the news station. The news station was there to cover the story, and she skipped it. So it's like, I don't know.
Are you going to press charges on her for the assault that you say happened to you? So now I'm asking this question because I'm like, okay, so he wants to talk about Rhoda and all of the trauma that this has caused him. So now I want to know, well, are you going to press? You say that she should be held accountable. So if her getting arrested for felony theft is not being held accountable enough, then what is being held accountable? Are you going to press charges for the assault that you say happened to you? So here.
Came from the news station. The news station was there to cover the story, and she skipped it. So it's like, I don't know.
Are you going to press charges on her for the assault that you say happened to you?
You said that I say happened to me?
Hey, little cookie. You said that she was kicking you in the car. So this is the part that was very frustrating to me. Oh, hold on. I'm going to be quite honest with you all. This part was frustrating to me because in the one breath, he's like, well, yes, we should be asking questions. Good job for asking questions. But then on the other hand, it's like, why are you asking questions? I said that this happened, so that is the truth. It happened. Nobody knows what the truth is. So at this point, I'm like, so he's playing semantics now. It is something that you said. You said that this happened.
I don't know.
Are you going to press charges on her for? I'm tired and fed up. I'm tired. You know, sometimes you just want to get through a thing. I'm like, well, this. So I'm thinking two different things. If he's not going to answer questions, this interview might as well end, as well as maybe there's something I can do to get him to answer questions. Maybe there are other questions that I can ask. And then I just started thinking, well, let me ask questions that other people want to know or may want to know. Oh, someone's thanking me for my thoughts on the interview. You're welcome, because this is a video I didn't want to do because I'm actually tired of this story. I'm tired of the story because it just seems like it does seem like a boondoggle. It seems like a lot of moving pieces that keep switching, and a lot of people that are staying steadfast in their point of view simply because the person shares the same genitals as them. Wrong is wrong, regardless of what you're swinging or toting, packing, or harvesting between your legs. Harboring, not harvesting, harboring. For the assault that you say happened to you.
You said that I say happened to me?
You said that she was kicking you in the car.
But you said, but that happened to me. That physically on video that seemed.
Now, why are you checking me about believing your word, referencing an item that nobody has seen? You checking me about what the truth of the matter is when none of us have seen the video, when you yourself haven't seen the video. That I say happened to me. And the thing about it is that he's really good. He's really good. Like, that's a very placid sentence. Are you going to press charges for the assault that you say happened to you? Now, there's allegedly video footage of her slapping him and this being mutual combat. But he also said that in the car she was kicking and hitting him. So it seems like he was the alleged recipient of multiple assaults that night at her hands, allegedly, right? So you say more should happen to her. So what is that more? She's already up for a felony. What more? If not assault, what else? What else? She's been permanently banned from GoFundMe. She's charged with felony theft. The only other thing that she has done has been assault and then falsification of a police record if she falsified it. I haven't seen the footage,
got
so
you.
I'm talking to you.
No, I'm not pressing charges. I'm not.
Wow. You know what? I can see the anger in my face. Look, it's very small. It's very small, but you see, my lips are pursed, nose slightly turned up. Look, look. At this point, you can see that I am beginning to get upset. This is quite interesting, quite interesting. All right, so I can see I'm like this. Neck swallowing tight, shoulders dip, looking up with pursed lips. Now, because it's like I'm trying my very best to be at, because I feel like I'm looking like a fool now at this point, because now I have this man on my show. He's not answering any questions. He's evading simple, or what I thought were simple questions, and then wanting to be distracted by audience comments. And then it's just very interesting.
Like, it's pressing charges, it's slandering, it's a couple things besides that. It's not, for me, I just kept quiet.
Who is going to get her for slander? If you are the person that she allegedly slandered, then who besides you is going to press charges for those slander? This is what I'm saying. If you feel more should happen to her and you feel that she slandered you, then you have to create the suit.
It's pressing charges, it's slandering, it's a couple things besides that. It's not, for me, I just kept quiet and just did what I'm supposed to do, and look what happened. A whole 360. See how karma and the truth, you don't have to, like, I don't need to do anything. Like, she's gonna, whatever's happening, because this is a consistent thing for her. She's consistently doing this. So
now this is time number 3. That now he's bringing up another talking point, redirecting the conversation to Rhoda.
Once again, I'm learning this information as we go. She has like 7 or 8 different cases and shit going on. Just a month ago, she just got a domestic violence charge.
Where are you getting this information? Because this is alleged, 7 or 8 charges. This is alleged unless you're citing your source.
On bail or parole or something like that. This is something that she does. Like, this is her program. So, nah, I'm not really. I'm just glad I could speak about it. I'm glad I could talk about it. I'm
we're
glad
that you
that
could talk
people know
about
the
it
truth.
too. Yeah. How many people were inside the car that night?
I am Olan.
So it's
So
1, 2, 3. It's 4
now,
people.
now he turns that audio voice back on his phone. This is very interesting. You see his hand is fidgeting with it. He's turning it back on. How many of you all, if you're feeling nervous from watching this video, just merely by how much he's moving and fidgeting, put up the number 2, because this is unbelievable. You could talk
People
about
know the
it
truth.
too. Yeah. How many people were inside the car that night?
I am Olan.
So it's 1, 2, 3. It's 4 people.
Okay, so there was no van full of girls, the trailer load. There was no, because this is one of the.
What she's referring to is it was her and her friend and me and my friend. All right. And then when she kept following me or whatever, I was trying to. It's just like she wouldn't let us leave. So my other friends were over there. So I went in the car with them and left.
She wouldn't let who leave? She wouldn't let who leave? Something, okay, so how would she not let you leave? You're outside of the car. Get back in the car and go. How is she blocking your way? And there's no way to just swipe? She doesn't have a weapon. She's a woman. She's weaker. If you were inside the Maserati getting ready to go to the after party, right? Was the Maserati still parked there, or did the Maserati leave? There was another dark colored car that came. Was that the getaway car after you hit her back? So this is what's I was there no conversation with the Maserati guy? So according to him and the story, she was kicking him in the back seat to get past him or to get out of the car because she wanted to get out on the sidewalk side. So she's kicking him to get out the car. So they get out the car, and then she starts trying to fight him. But he wants to get back in the car. Why is that? Why is it impossible to get back in the car? Why is she, quote unquote, not letting you all leave?
So that's what happened. That's what she means by it was other people, females or whatever.
Okay.
So nothing about what she said in her story is true. Like nothing at all. Like my other friends were over there. So I went in the car with them and left. So that's what happened.
So the car remained there. Okay. So what was it that made him want to hightail it out of there after their kerfuffle? Yeah, so that's a good question, Cutie Pie. Why couldn't he just let her out of the car and then just get back in and pull off? Where was her friend then? Did her friend get back out of the car?
That's what she means by it was other people, females or whatever.
Okay.
So nothing about what she said in her story is true. Like nothing at all. Like everything is a lie.
Okay. You said she was trying to fight a female friend of yours that night.
Yeah, that was crazy for looking at her. I was like, what the hell?
Tell us a little bit more about that.
The whole time, see, I did not pick these things up. She was strategically doing things to incite violence. So just I mean, and it happened so quickly. She just you looking at she just start howling at the girl and start trying to fight her, and the girl ran behind my friend and then eventually left. Like that's really it. She just started hollering. And even the dudes that you see in the initial interview
So this is the story as we're hearing it. She tried to fight a female friend of yours for looking at her. Why are you looking at me? And then she tries to fight her. The girl has to run around the scene to get away from her. Then she leaves. But then you still invite this person into the back seat of the car with you to go to the second after hour party? That doesn't make any sense to me.
And it's like, these guys seen this dude hit me in the brick. If you listen to the video, they was like, this is the same girl. She was trying to fight this other girl. She actually says that.
No one heard that in the video. There are multiple iterations of that video out. And if there's somebody who has that iteration of the video where she's talking about having fought a girl that night, by all means, let us hear that iteration of the video, because the videos that I saw, she's screaming at them, I want you to be a man. You just let this man hit me in my face with a brick. You didn't do. That's what. Oh, wait a minute. This is interesting. I just thought about something. So you say that she's drunk out of her mind. And even though she starts trying to fight a friend of yours, you still invite her into the backseat of the car with you to go to another after hours joint. Is it because she's drunk and her defenses are a little bit more down? This is a very interesting question. He did leave in a different car. They were in a white Maserati, and a dark colored car came, and he jumped into that car after the kerfuffle.
They actually say that.
Okay. I didn't hear that part in the footage. However, yeah. I've seen other video footage of her outside of nightclubs and saying that people tried to attack her, etc. So I have seen that. So how many people were you with that night? Where you said you usually go out alone, but you were with people that night?
No, I went out alone, but they just was there. They joined me. So they like I said, when I have a good face card in Houston. So
how many people were with you that night? I guess it was just so many.
When I go out, it's going to be someone that knows me or something like that. You know what I mean? So, I just went into a section, so I don't know how many people was there, to be honest. It was probably a couple people, but.
You said when she came over that she said, look, if I'm going to sit in this section with you, then these other women need to leave. What was... Look, a woman getting hit with anything is not a joke. I don't care whether we like her, don't like her, believe her, don't believe her. Making jokes about women getting hit will get you blocked. It's as simple as that. I don't think that that's unreasonable, right? That's not unreasonable, right? I don't know what's going on with you and how terrible life must be for you inside your life, your brain, your mind, and what has happened to you. That's not acceptable here. There's a lot of men out there who like to hit women, and they think women getting hit is funny. It makes their dick hard, makes their spirit rise up. You got to go work that out in therapy, because that shit will not continue here. And your page will be blocked forevermore. You will never get unblocked, ever, ever. And these blocks don't evaporate. It's not a one-day block or 1 year. No, that page is blocked permanently, forever. 10 years from now, you'll still be blocked. So we have a few apples that have come in. We need to get up and do a movement break. We've been on here for about an hour. So I went out, I did my walk, I did my yoga earlier today, and there's still some stuff that we can do. So let's see what music we can find to do this to here. All right. Get up out of your seat, everybody. Get up out your seat. And then afterwards, we're going to read the Cash App. There's going to be some QR codes on the screen. You can send your Cash App through that way. So here, can just keep it very simple. We can keep it very simple. We can just make sure that we got our body is loose. You can lift your shoulder up, do some side body stretches. You can do a forward fold, touch your toes, reach up into the sky, and do a swan dive down. Oh, stop looking. So yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. You can also stir the pot, loosen up those hips. You can just act like you got a big wooden spoon in the ancestral days, and you're stirring the pot. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, we are back. We are back. And while we are back, I want us to put your hands down on the ground and just bend your legs. You can use your hands as support to just come into just a modified squat. So hands down on the ground and then just bend those legs and just come into, and just stretch them hamstrings. All right. So we are back. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have. All right. So, okay. So Miss Lady says that she just she put her information in there, so I'm not going to open that up on the screen. Oh, here we go. So Aura sends 224 and says she's supporting the channel. Angela sends 333 and says for channel support. And Daily Positive Affirmation sends $5 and says a strong start to 2024. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So, I will, you know what? Let me be true to my word and look inside my account and see if I see that name as a blocked name. Are you all enjoying the broadcast so far? Tell me, what are your thoughts? Oh, my goodness. We're going to jump back into the interview. Let me see. Where is it's settings, community, and then in the community, there should be the blocked. Here we go. Let me do a control find. Okay. I do not have your name as down as one. Hold on. General, channel. These are the keyword, upload defaults, permissions, community default, blocked words. Here we go. Approved users, standard moderators. And where's the blocked people? I don't understand. Why are the blocked not here? Approved users, standard moderators, managing moderators, hidden users. Here they go. All right, Control F. And I'm looking for that name. Your name is not here as one of the blocked people. So we got to figure out why you're saying you're blocked and I'm not seeing you as a blocked user. I don't have you blocked over here. So is the name a different name? Let me see. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm able to find other people's names, but your name is not here. Your name is not here. I'll check for the last name, R-O. Even the last name is not here. So there has to be something else. There has to be some other reason why you're not able to comment. There has to be some other reason. All right. So let us get back to the video. Let me check this again. All right. So we have that. All right. Let's get back to the video. You all.
That knows me or something.
All right. Somebody during the break made a great observation. They said how he talked about how well known he is in Houston, so much so that the bouncer knew him. All of these people know him. But Rhoda, who seems like she's out all the time, doesn't know him, and he doesn't know her, never seen her before. This just sounds very interesting. Very interesting. Thank you very much for bringing that up. I saw that when I was standing by behind the I saw that. All right, let's jump back to this.
Something like that. You know what I mean? So it was, I just went into a section, so I don't know how many people was there, to be honest. It was probably a couple people, but
you said when she came over that she said, look, if I'm going to sit in this section with you, then these other women need to leave. What was your response to that?
I said this verbatim. Well, it looks like you're going to be standing up then, because they're not leaving. They're not going nowhere. I didn't say the extra part, but I just said the first part.
And did she end up staying? Did the people?
She got mad. She looked at me. No, I didn't. I told her that I get what you're saying. Like, I'm basically saying that, well, then that means you can't sit over here then. Okay. You know what I mean? Because no one's moving because you just said that. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing I ever spoke to her inside the club. You know, she wanted, I'm like, well, you can't sit. Like, she came in like, when I'm here, everyone got to go. I'm like, nah, you're good. You're cool.
And so she ended up sitting with you all.
No.
She didn't.
She went back. That's what I'm saying. She left. Like, she was excused. She left. She was excused back to standing up where she was doing.
Okay. Were you attracted to her?
Yeah, she had a little back there. Boom. That's really, I was, ooh.
Okay. So
all I saw was eyes and booty. So it was, you know, hey, eyes and booty.
Okay. So you were attracted to her shape and her eyes.
Yeah, it was eyes and booty. That's it. That's all I saw.
Were you trying to smash?
No comment.
Oh, there's no comment on that. So at this point, I'm just throwing spaghetti up on the wall and just seeing what sticks. Because it didn't really seem like we were going to really have a fruitful conversation. So I'm just throwing anything out there. So now the juice is starting to flow because he saw eyes and booty to her shape and her eyes.
Yeah, it was eyes and booty. That's it. That's all I saw.
Were you trying to smash?
No comment. No comment. No
Oh,
comment.
there's no
I could
comment on that.
comment on. I mean, like I. Oh, okay. Here we go. She refused the phone number. I did at this point. I never had. So let's get this clear with the phone number situation. I never. I didn't even know her name, so I didn't. I wasn't worried about the phone number. She was trying to come with me. So what? What was? I needed the phone number. It wasn't like a.
So hold on. How many people here have ever rode to an after hour spot with people and never got their name while you in the car with them? You don't even ask people their name while you're talking to them? I mean, that's very interesting.
I didn't ever ask for her phone number at all. Personally. Um, yeah, the personality was ratchet, but it was a ratchet. I'm just reading the comments though, real quick. But um, yeah, it
Okay.
was. That
Because
was really it.
my theory yesterday when
Yeah.
cuz you know what? To be honest, my theory, especially after reading about this whole backseat boondoggle that went down and then the
Hmm.
kerfuffle that followed, to
Yeah.
me, I thought maybe there was perhaps a negotiation that, that did not the deal did not get sealed.
No.
Because I don't know if you know her history, but she has.
See, that's why that. See, that's why that you would think that because you got to understand. The more information we know, the more situation changes. I didn't know that history too. So she's a pro. So what I'm getting, well, I don't. I'm not going to say she's a prostitute, but when I looked at it, she was trying to solicit. Right? Is that correct? I don't know, but that's not what was going on. Like I don't gotta do.
Okay.
We're in a car of a car.
Listen,
That's just not
stranger
my
things have
thing.
happened in a car. Hunts
Right.
Point and down by the
Yeah.
bridge and all of that. Many of things happen in a car. All
No,
right.
I really truly feel that this young lady had a plan to be famous and to do these type and I only say that after research, well, not researching, but all the information that I'm getting. And when I put it together on how she moved and how she act, this was very much planned. Like, who could just pull that out your ass? I got hit with the brick like that. You just pull it out your ass like on.
So this is time number 4. Are you counting with me? Where he's now attempting to again push the conversation to steer it towards her because there are some people who are in support of this guy and they don't seem to care about what the truth is, and they want to spend their time attacking a woman. They want to spend their time attacking Roda and all this other stuff, and it's to me, I don't see how we advance by doing that.
On a snap. You know what I mean?
Especially if she's not on the panel to defend herself. Why are we sitting here discussing somebody else when we got you and can be discussing you?
And then the way she spoke to the world, this black man did everything, and y'all just said that gets to your heart. So now we're not using logic, we're just using our emotions. Everyone else is, she's not stupid.
What is my face? God, why am I making this face? This face look like the type of face you make to a person when you don't believe what they're saying. But the thing is, I was really trying to. I didn't have any opinion about what he was saying was the truth or not the truth. I really just wanted to get past us trying to talk about her and get back to him. But look at this face. What does this face say to you? Why am I making this face though? For real, honestly, why? Why? I look like. Go ahead. Talk now. Talk. I was probably at this point thinking, I really just want to get through this. Honestly, I want to move past this, and I want to move past this without being rude, but it doesn't serve me to try to talk about somebody else. But it was like he kept trying to bring the conversation back. I was thrown a little bit for a loop because I wasn't expecting this behavior during the interview. I really thought that this was a sincere attempt to get his side of the story out there, but it seemed like he wanted to come out to talk about her.
She's in a she could have done something way more profitable than lie and scam. She has a talent.
So this is now time number 5. So he's deflecting again. Number 5.
Storyteller.
Her talent is storyteller.
She just created a mini movement that quickly. I'm looking. I'm a marketer. I own a digital marketing agency, and I'm looking back. And I'm waiting for.
So now he's gotten his opportunity to be able to not have the conversation be about him and the events of that night, but to talk about her. And I bit, and now I'm listening to him.
This to come out, boom, boom, boom. But as I'm waiting and looking, I'm like, wow, this lady is using emotional chords and pulling people. Like, she started talking about like trans and like all the hot topics buttons. She kept.
I didn't hear her talk about anything about trans after the event. I know she talked about that before, but not after.
Pushing them to make a polarizing fan base. Either you're going to hate her or love her. It's like not too many people. And you're hater, lover, or you're a little skeptical and you're just quiet because you're a person of truth and you just want to wait and listen. That was the three. It wasn't like, it was just, but we found out the truth. Surprise.
I mean, surprise. I still don't know the truth. What are you saying is the truth? You know what's really funny? There was somebody that just talked about how he inserted himself into the conversation. The first time I had heard about him was from the clubhouse. They were like, there's a guy that's on there saying he's the one who hit Roda. And this was after the other guy had already been debunked. So I didn't hear Roda bring up his name until after he introduced himself publicly. Perhaps there is some space on the internet in which she brought up his name before, but I only heard of his name coming from her direction after the clubhouse where he was admitting to being the one who hit her. So other than that, somebody says whoever sent her money is crazy. There are people still to this day looking for ways to be able to help her get money. They're looking to raise some money for her to get a lawyer. There's some people who are just really invested in proving that she was telling the truth all along.
That's not what I'm saying is the truth. It's what is the law say is the truth? What do they say is the truth? Why is she being? It's been 3 months. You look at my record. If anyone on here want to pull up my record or who I am, I've never.
So good. He brings the conversation back to himself, but after we take that segue, and so now the conversation surrounding him is going to be about, well, using logic. She's the one being arrested. I'm not arrested. It's been 3 months. I'm not being arrested, but 3 months later, she's being arrested. What does the law say is the truth? Well, we don't know, but we don't know what the law says is the truth. We haven't seen the footage. I had not gone to the police station and saw any police report myself, especially as a former graphic designer. Anybody can do anything with Photoshop nowadays. You can create all different types of police reports, hospital records, anything. You really can.
Hit anyone, scam, did anything. I have nothing on my record. The law says she's lying.
You see me there.
They get paid to do this. Like it's not.
I didn't want to interrupt him, but you saw me when I was like just getting ready to talk because I knew that I had looked at that background check.
I'm not saying this. The law.
If we're going to talk about your record, I did pull your record before you came on, of course.
Oh, cool.
And you know what I found?
Speeding tickets.
I found that you and her both lived in Minnesota.
You got the wrong record. I've never lived in Minnesota, unfortunately.
Mm, okay. Why is it unfortunate that you've never lived in Minnesota? Interesting. Interesting. I really did pull it beforehand. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's interesting, Minnesota, because it's such a random place for two people in one situation to have been.
I'm not saying it's the law.
If we're going to talk about your record, I did pull your record before you came on, of course.
Oh, cool.
And you know what I found?
Speeding tickets.
I found that you and her both lived in Minnesota.
You got the wrong record. I've never lived in Minnesota, unfortunately.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's what I thought, because there are some people who are saying they think that you and her in on this together for clout, that you're doing some digital marketing scheme and this is all promotion.
That was a good transition to asking me that question. I wanted to give you that, number one.
Compliments.
And no, my niche market doesn't have anything to do with ghetto ratchet stuff, so I don't have to focus on it.
So I felt like this was my gotcha question. You could tell from my face. Oh, I pulled your record. Minnesota promotion.
That was a good transition to asking me that question. I wanted to give you that.
So Alex is saying the brick lady is a liar. Yes. And we're looking at this interview, and it seems like he's also being disingenuous about some things as well. So let's not get caught up in gender bias. Let's really just look and see for what the truth is. And I promise you, if you want to be distracting on my broadcast, I'm going to get the last laugh. So let me know if you want to be distracting. I can tell from your next comment if you do.
Number one. And no, my niche market doesn't have anything to do with ghetto ratchet stuff, so I don't have to focus on it.
I mean, but listen, you're famous now. Now you've been vindicated. You're going to be on the news tonight. You're on the Tonya TKO show. This is broadcasting across the world on 5 platforms.
I know. Well, we're gonna see we're gonna see if I'm famous. Fame is nothing without, that's not a big deal. But once again, she did a good job. She got famous and monetized it. That girl, I'm telling you, she could have done some major things out here.
This is time number 6 that he's attempting to turn the conversation and redirect it back to her. This is interesting. So you're saying you would have hired her?
Yes, I would definitely hire her. Shit.
So you're saying even today you would hire her?
She has a skill, yeah, and she just used it for wrong. Like she's it's Batman, and you got the Joker, she's a villain.
Wait, she's the villain.
Villain.
Explain that. She's the villain. Explain that.
She divided so many people. People lost real friendships over this. People really lost people got so invested in this that it questioned their character. If someone
So right now he's attempting to build camaraderie with me, because I said in the beginning of the broadcast that about the associate that I lost as a result of this situation, because people were calling me a pick-me, etc. Because because of the character that Roda showed, or that I saw of Roda very early on, I never believed. Well, I don't want to say I never believed her, right? I wanted to know more about what happened. Once I saw her character and the way that she gets down, and the way that she escalates conflict, I wanted to know more, because it just didn't seem right. The perpetual victim is oft a person who aggressively seeks to be a victim.
It just was like, it divided so many people, and it just Not a lot of people could do that. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people could strategically create a fan base and a following that will bet anything on you and don't know you and don't have any, like, that's powerful. I mean, it is. But like cult or anything like that, the truth comes out, and now we're
Speaking
here.
of which, you said that you feel that more should happen to her than just the charges she's been charged with.
Yeah, I think we're taking this a little light, and what I mean by that is that imagine if I would have been having this conversation behind a cell,
What do you
being
mean?
an innocent man. I would have been in jail for something I didn't do. You know what I mean? For this, like that's attempted murder, assault, kidnapping. Uh, what else she said? Assault. What the fuck else she?
Now, honestly, I do not understand why I'm making this face. I honestly do not. But this seems like time number 8 that he is now turning the situation back to Rhoda and her actions. Eight times. But I don't know why I'm nodding like that. I'm like, mm-hmm. But I promise you, in my heart, I was really trying to hear him out. But look at the way I'm nodding right here. This is very interesting.
I would have been in jail for something I didn't do. You know what I mean? For this, like that's attempted murder, assault.
Why my face? Why my face look like that? When he said attempted murder. Ah, goodness. My goodness.
Kidnapping. What else she said? Assault.
It looks like I'm
What the
trying to
fuck else she
understand,
said?
but look at how I'm
Sex
nodding.
trafficking. You really think you should get away with that? And then taking $40,000 from people.
Here he's back to this
Like,
money.
from
How many times did he mention this money? 3 times now? It seems like the money part is really, really bothering him. There's somebody who came out on my videos and they said that he did this interview because they were supposed to split it and she decided not to. And so that's when he turned when she didn't split the money.
From people that really went through shit, from people that have really been fucked up, that really.
So now he's trying to find common ground. There are people out there who have really been hurt, people who have really gone through stuff, people who have been, she took advantage of them. Look at what she's done. So is this time number 9 or is this just a continuation of time number 8?
Really had domestic issues. She's using that to manipulate them to follow her. And then profiting off of that. Is that not evil? What is evil?
Here we go. This is time number 4, 5 that he's mentioning the money that she raised.
That's a deep, deep evil. That's some evil shit.
Okay.
And she's still going on and on and on with it. She just asking her followers for more money. I just seen a video. Oh my gosh, life is so hard.
This is time number 6.
This shit's going on. What is
time number 6? He's talking about money and Rhoda.
What do you do with the money? She's like, yeah, the police.
Time number 7.
All this. The police is lying. Everybody lying now. Anyone that doesn't agree with her is lying now. The police is lying. The detective lying. The cameras are lying. It's crazy.
Question, because I know that this is going to come up. So this is not from me. This is going to come up. You're saying that she was in the backseat of the car. She began to kick and try to fight you in the backseat of the car.
Not fight, kick. She's trying to kick. Because when I told her she has to leave, what normal people would do would leave on their side. She's kicking me so that I can leave on my side. So she's kicking, like, kick. Just to be petty, just to put her hand, will kick me. You know what I mean? As I open the door, I back up. Like, you can, like, go, young lady. She's finishing hitting me. She's not finished putting her hands on me. So she wants to continuously, she wants to do it more. And
Okay.
that's what that means. Yeah.
So which side of the car did she get in on? Did she get in on the passenger side, or did she
Right,
get
right. Passenger. Yep.
she got in on the passenger side, but she left on the driver's back driver's
Left.
side?
No, no. She got in on the passenger and left on the passenger as well.
Oh, so when she was kicking you, she was, I thought,
To the left of me, right of me. Make sense?
no. So you were on the left, she was on the right, but she was kicking you to the left so that she wouldn't get out to the right?
It, is she's hold on, police line. So I don't. How do I explain this? If you're in a car, like I'm in the right side, she's on the left. So we're in the back seat. So she's kicking me. And so I could get out. So she's trying to get out on her right side, which is my side. That
So
makes
she got in on the driver's backside then.
no. She just went in the same.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
She came in through the passenger backside. You two were
Yeah.
in the back seat. You came in on the driver, so you were on the
No, I
left.
came on the passenger backside as well. Came on the same side. She scooted over.
Oh, so she scooted over. So then when you two were back there, she ended up on the driver's rear side.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That
And then
makes sense.
and you were on the passenger rear side. So I want you all to please pay attention. We got confirmation on it. The part where he looks for recollection has been confirmed, upper left. You two were back there. So when he is, so here, confirmation on it. Look, she got in on the driver's backside then.
No, she just went in the same.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
She came in through the passenger backside. You two were in the back seat. You came in on the driver, so you were on the
No, I
left.
came on the passenger backside as well. Came on the same side. She scooted over.
Oh, so she scooted over. So then when you two were back there, she ended up on the driver's rear side. Look, you just saw it? Did you just see it? I'll slow it down for you. We got confirmation. The recalling part of his, where he looks when he's recalling information, is to the upper left. I'll make the playback speed 0.25. And here, let's move this back just one quick second. Here, look. Oh, so she scooted over. So then when you two were back there, she ended up on the driver's rear side. Right here. He's going to look up. Look. Right there. That's where he looks when he's recalling information. Right there. Right there. Right there. So when you go back and you watch the beginning part of this video and he's talking about the incident and what happened in the club and he's looking to the right down, this is imagination. We'll double check because it's been a long time since I've been in school and learned these different sides, but we can Google it and check because he's right-handed, it seems like, right? When he was fidgeting with the phone, he was fidgeting with the phone with his right hand. He pulled it from the left side to the right side, started fidgeting with it. He mimicked the hit that he gave with the right hand, and he's looking to the upper left for memory recall. So there we go. Thank you all. We figured that out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
And you were on the passenger rear side, so she starts kicking you so that you could open the door on the passenger side.
That's correct.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
so Quandra, yes, he did that earlier as well. However, this is where we got confirmation because he looked up there a time once or twice before. But now when he's answering the question, so if a person just looks, we don't know which hemisphere of the brain because everybody's body is different because some people are left-handed, some people are right-handed. And so they're going to look on different sides based on how their orientation is. And so we have to establish the baseline for where a person that we can confirm. And we can confirm right here in this instance at 5024 or around 5024, because I let it go by a little bit, around 5024, that's where he looks up when he's recalling details. So
Went
thank
off
you.
on her side. She was just trying to kick me. Like she was
Okay.
just
So question that people are going to ask is,
yeah.
was she trying to get away from you and that's why she was kicking you?
No, I asked her to leave. I mean, that's the reason she got upset. Like trying to get away. Like she would have came. I asked her to leave. You know what I mean? She could have left. Listen, this isn't, she came to me. Like that's what I'm trying to explain here. Everything was coming to me. Like it wasn't like I'm coming to her trying to like.
So this part right here may be true. Look, he's looking in the recall area right
To
here.
leave. You know what I mean? She could have left. Listen,
See
this
right
isn't
there.
she
approached him with this idea. She came to him. He's recalling. Look.
came to me. Like that's what I'm trying to explain here. Everything was coming to me. Like it wasn't like I'm coming to her trying to like, on the video you'll see her just dancing, rolling me up on the car.
So the thing that confuses me about this is when I asked him earlier whether she danced on him before she got in the car, like the report says, he was like, probably so. But now he's stating it as if he remembers it. Like, oh, she was rolling me up. Was this before or after the fight with the young lady? Was she rolling you up? Then she started trying to fight with the young lady. Then you let her in the car? Or was she trying to fight with the young lady first, then started rolling you up and you let her in the car? Either way, she had been combative with a friend of yours before she got into the car, right? Alex is saying the brick lady is a scammer. Yes. Let me help you so that you don't have to be on the broadcast acting like that. I know a troll when I see one. I do.
Does it make like, it's not like she's not a victim trying to run away here.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure because listen, what's going to happen is people are going to take what they've read and they're going to turn it into a story.
Well,
And
it's already, that's what's been going on. There's
right.
nothing different.
So since you're speaking, I want you to have the opportunity to clear up rumors before they even start. Were you
Hit me with
trying to
the R.
traffic
Kelly.
her?
Right.
Were you trying to traffic her?
No,
Have you ever trafficked anyone before, even though not charged?
no. Did you pay for services? No, I didn't have services and I don't pay for services. Asked her, told her the fuck out ass, or told her to her. I can't see shit on video. Didn't. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Why are you out
Yeah.
here beating people with water bottles? Where you get that from? Now it's bricks and now it's water bottles. They crazy.
Well,
Cat,
did he forget? Did he forget that he said he had a water bottle in his hand? But then he didn't really say he had a water bottle in his hand. I guess we pressed him for that answer because he was basically saying that what did the video show?
yeah.
You said you had a water bottle in your hand, right?
No, I'm just reading this, but it's just funny to me. It goes like, like people will say anything. You would like, yeah, why you hit it with a brick? Why you hit it with a person? Why is anyone putting their hands on anybody? Like that's another story that we should talk about.
So now this is time number 10 that he's now trying to deflect back to her and her actions.
The resolution. Women putting their hands on people or doing any of this shit. That's really crazy to me. That's the real fucking topic.
Well, that is so the topic that we're talking about is not the real topic. The real fucking topic is why did she put her hands on him? That's the real fucking topic. No, the topic is all of it. The topic is, did you two know one another? The topic is what happened in that nightclub? What were you all doing in the back seat? Did she get hit in the face in the back seat? Then she started trying to fight you outside the car. There's a lot of different topics that are going on here. So yeah, let's not pretend as if there's only one topic and that the topic is what she's done. The topic is that there are a few different people in this situation. You, the driver, the girl in the passenger seat, Roda, the girl who you claim that was trying to fight, and the people who came to get you in the car. There's a few different people in this situation. So
people or doing any of this shit. That's really crazy to me. That's the real fucking topic.
Well, that is another topic for another day. Yeah. But since we have you on here, I want to get all the answers. So at this point, I'm just tired. At this point, I'm like, let's ask the questions that we have here to ask because we are all here together. Let's ask these questions now. Let's get all of this out of the way. Let's make sure that there's no misconception because you can't ask questions once you're no longer on the broadcast. So let's get all of the questions answered now. Let's get all of the questions answered now. Give me 1 second. I have to fix up. I didn't turn the ads on the video. Let me do that now. Okay, there we go. That I can while we have you here, because
what other questions do you have?
Well, now the sounds like irritation. What other questions do you have? I mean, did you even answer the first few questions that I did have? So it's like, yeah, there are questions I have that haven't even been answered. So yes, I have questions.
Are you Nigerian? I'm not even African. That's a good question that everyone wants to know.
Yeah, people were saying that it was a Nigerian man. They were saying that.
But I do share those characteristics, so I understand.
My question for you is, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being how you would hold a baby, and 10 being the way you would swing at Kimbo Slice, right?
Oh, gosh. It was a 3 or a 4, to be really honest with you.
So when you hit her with your hand, on
I know 100% that her face didn't come from me. I know 100%. No, I'm not gonna say 100%. I know 90% that she must have already had a big lump on her face before she even entered the club that night. Okay, so for everyone wants to know what happened. We still don't know what happened to her face, but what I can say is that I want you to think about we know it's something on her face, but when did it happen to her face? No one ever thought about that. When did this happen? When?
No one ever thought about that. There are many. Listen, we know that he watches videos about the situation. We know that he reads articles about the situation. And there was a very prominent man who made an entire video about how she allegedly came into the club with this bruise already.
I can say is that I want you to think about we know it's something on her face, but when did it happen to her face? No one ever thought about that.
So when did this happen? Number 11.
When?
There are people who have thought about that.
Oh, okay. Well,
there was a guy who did an entire breakdown of how her face was covered in the club. So this is a theory that was already out there. However, I want you to answer the question on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of how hard you hit her.
4.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, so that's about the way that you would hit a child.
3 or 4.
With the same type of strength that you would hit a
3 or
child.
4. 3 or
Okay,
4.
so he wouldn't answer the question no matter how many times I asked it. There's a reason why. There's a reason why he wouldn't answer that question. What is the reason? I don't know. All right. Well, those are my...
much.
Sam, Ro is not in Jamaica right now. Ro was in Jamaica about a week, 2 weeks ago. And they just reposted some old footage of her. But she's not in Jamaica right now. Those are my questions. People want to know why you're fidgeting so much too. They think you got a lot of nervous energy. Exactly.
Oh, I got this hot ass light right by me. Which
hold on, my earpiece just flew out. Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on. My earpiece just flew when I stepped down on it. Say that again now.
I said I got this hot light. It's super fucking hot.
So you have a hot light on? Okay.
Yeah, right.
So you fidget. You could take off your jacket. You know, people don't even believe that it's Louis Vuitton.
Oh shit.
They don't.
No, I am gonna take off my jacket, but now I feel played by taking off my jacket because you said that. But
anybody who jokes about abuse on my channel, anybody who jokes about violence, anybody who jokes about how she was hit, what happened to her from the hit, anybody who jokes about that on my channel is getting blocked. I don't even need to say any more than that. I've already gave one warning earlier. So let's go back to this Louis Vuitton jacket. I think you got a lot of nervous energy.
oh, I got this hot ass light right by me. Which
hold on, my earpiece just flew out. Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on, my earpiece just flew when I stepped down on it. Say that again now.
I said I got this hot light. It's super fucking hot.
So you have a hot light on? Okay.
Yeah, right.
So you fidget. You could take off your jacket. You know, people don't even believe that it's Louis Vuitton.
Oh shit.
They don't.
No, I am gonna take off my jacket, but now I feel played by taking off my jacket because you said that. But
no, no.
That's funny as fuck. The internet is fucking bro, y'all. The internet.
What is this that's going on now here? Is this a Gucci hat? You know you can't mix Louis and Gucci together.
That's why I'm taking the Louis off.
So you're gonna take the Louis off so you can put the Gucci on? Oh, this is too much. This is too much.
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
All righty. Who got next?
You mixing up drinks? I honestly don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. You mixing up drinks. This is what it seemed like. He got all this nervous energy. Now he's drinking. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. But people are speculating that his hat and his jacket are inauthentic. I haven't seen that model Gucci hat on the website or at the store, but you never know.
All righty. Who got next?
You mixing up drinks?
I'm not mixing. It's just simple lemonade.
What's going on? All right. So people want to know, have you ever dated her? He said he did not meet her before that night.
I don't even know her name. Besides, the internet told me her name.
Okay. Come on. Ask your final questions because we're going to let him go. He's hot. So she was in his car. She was in his car and he didn't ask her name before he let her in the car. Out on his Gucci hat. All right. All right. So people want to know, have you ever dated her? He said he did not meet her before that night.
I don't even know her name. Besides, the internet told me her name.
Okay. Come on, ask your final questions because we're gonna let him go. He's hot. He's now drinking his lemonade. He got on his Gucci hat. All right. Ask your final questions, everyone. I appreciate you coming on and thank you for being such a good sport with the questions. You know, some people don't like to be questioned, so I
I felt
appreciate you.
like he was attacking me at first, but that's being non-biased, and I can respect that.
You felt attacked?
No, I said, but I was saying that you're being non-biased. You know what I mean? That, and that's probably why, I felt like you were trying to attack me a little bit, but
Really?
it's,
Which
I'm
questions
not
did you
really,
feel were attacking questions?
I don't know. He felt like the feds. He was like, what, left side, right pinky finger, right pinky,
I was just
shit.
trying to, my mind is very literal, and I sometimes when
Um,
I hear a story, I need to understand the details. Otherwise, it's just a blank space in my mind, you know? Because
does he, I don't think I'm a, it says, he think he's a good guy? I'm a Gemini. And then also, I'm just me. I don't know.
oh my goodness, you shouldn't have said you were a Gemini. So he's interrupting our conversation to be able to read comments. Now we've gotten a little bit of laughter. We probably should have had more laughter in the beginning to kind of lighten and loosen up the air. Because of the serial killers, Gemini is disproportionately represented. Oh my goodness.
People are so funny. You are African, sir. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Would you be here for the face card? Oh, why? I think that's a really good important. Why would I be here? Why would I need to speak out? Well, for 3 months, you have to understand I didn't speak. I didn't say anything. So when it comes out that I'm innocent, why wouldn't I speak? If someone's been saying things on your name, especially that can get you locked up or anything like that, why wouldn't you want to come out and speak your piece and let people know a little bit about you?
Who is he talking about? He's saying you. People are speaking on your name. Why wouldn't you want to come and speak? He's not talking about himself.
And like I don't hit women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not it's nothing on my record or just in my life that's not me. That's not who I am. So why would I speak out? That's why I speak out. Have I spoken out before? No, because I don't need to.
Okay.
Yes, Gemini, what's up? Where my Geminis at?
So you said that you have never in your life hit a woman. You see? This is where he's sincerely thinking about it. You see, he's looking to the upper left. Listen.
What's up? Where my Geminis at?
So you said that you have never in your life hit a woman.
In my life, how about no comment on that? No comment on that.
Hold up a minute now, brother.
She's so crazy.
Hold up a minute now. You said no comment on whether or not you have ever in your whole life ever hit a woman.
I've never assaulted a woman in my life. I've defended myself against a woman or a man in my life. So I want to be very specific about that.
Okay. So you're saying that unprovoked. So you're saying to defend
yourself.
yourself.
Oh, fuck no. I've never hit anybody,
I'm trying to help
any woman
him
or
here.
anyone unprovoked. That doesn't even.
I'm trying to help him because apparently, we can't leave that unclarified in the public.
Register in my mind. Like I don't even come from that. Like that's that culture, that background. Nothing around me is that type of energy. I don't even know. That's why it bothered me to think that people would believe that a woman would get hit with a brick because where I'm from and how my proximity, I don't see women get hit with.
So now this is just a weird way to just kind of turn this argument on its side. It bothered me that people would believe that a woman was hit with a brick. Women get hit with bullets every day. A brick is mild compared to a bullet. So it bothered you that people would believe that a woman was in an attack for which every 6 hours in the United States, according to the FBI, every 6 hours a black woman is unalived by a man in the US alone. So yeah, women are getting hit with more than just bricks. So it's like, it bothers you that people would believe it? That's what bothers you, that people would believe it?
No, I've
So it would make you feel good if people didn't believe it. If a crying woman came out and with a contusion on her face and said, "Look, I just got hit with a brick," it would make you feel better if people didn't believe that.
never hit anybody, any woman or anyone unprovoked. That doesn't even register in my mind. Like, I don't even come from that, like, that's that culture, that background. Nothing around me is that type of energy. I don't even know. That's why it bothered me.
The way my face was looking at him, like, come on and tell it now. And look how pretty and white my teeth are. Wow. I need to smile with the teeth more often. So
Yeah.
you're saying that unprovoked. So you're saying to
Yeah.
defend
Oh,
yourself.
fuck no. I've never hit anybody, any woman or anyone unprovoked. That doesn't even register in my mind. Like, I don't even come from that, like, that's that culture, that background. Nothing around me is that type of energy. I don't even know. That's why it bothered me to think that people would believe that a woman would get hit with a brick, because where I'm from and how my proximity, I don't see women get hit with anything. You know, like, I've never seen that in my life. You know what I mean? Like, it's not normal for me. But I know now that that's a normal thing for people or society or women. Like, that's happening. So it educated me a lot about things that women go through. This whole situation, because I
Where are
was
you
like,
from
why
that you don't know anything about women being hit?
here? I mean, I just
Oh.
don't, that's not something that I don't have that. Like, that's nothing. I've never been around a woman that's had domestic violence or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Did you hear that your daughter's mother came out and spoke? Did you hear that?
No, my daughter's mother never came out and spoke.
Okay, so anybody who was claiming to be your child's mother is lying.
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter's mother just found out about this situation today. That's how much we don't do, like, internet stuff. I just called her and told her I was on the news, and she said, "For what?" And I said, like, she just found out about everything today, and it's been 3 months.
Oh wow. Give me just one quick second. Listen, if you have any final questions. So at this point, I'm going to pull up the background check again, and the background check is on the monitor where his camera was. And so I wanted to just pull that so that we could at least get some clarity on it. I'm getting ready to ask his age because to do a background check to know that you have the right person, there's a few different pieces of information you need to know. First name, last name, middle initial are great. The state in which they formerly lived and their age will get you to be able to narrow down many, especially if you get the age. So in a few moments, I'm going to ask him his age just to be able to verify. Guests, make sure that you gather them up, and please do be respectful. Okay. All right. You're back up. All right. We're going to take last few questions. If there's
I have
any,
kids, not kids.
what'd you say?
Oh, I'm just keep reading these comments. I'm sorry.
You said that, say it again. And this is true. He does talk about what people have, what he's been proven to have, like a record. Like, there are times that people do things. Most people don't get caught for the crimes they do.
No, I was just reading the comments. I'm sorry.
Okay, and you were saying that you have one child, not multiple.
Yeah, they say he has kids. I have one
Thank
child.
you, Dylan. How old are you, by the way?
29.
Are you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Because I wanted to just show you something real quick. I wanted to show you something. I wanted to show you something real quick. Let me pull this out. I was looking for the word Minnesota.
Also, this court situation. I mean,
scrolling, trying to find the word Minnesota.
If you go to court, what am I going to court for?
The comment on this, has you ever been accused of assault by a woman or child? But he didn't answer that question, even though it's on the screen. Give me 1 second. I need to just find this real quick. So now I'm doing a control find for the word Minnesota. And then I find it, and I need to read the charges because I found the word Minnesota. So now I have to read the charges. Okay. And I got it. I found it. It says here, right, that May 21st, 2021, Minnesota District Court had gotten you for speeding. So you were in Minnesota in 2021.
Oh, so I'm not, okay. That wasn't me. So that was not me. So that's what you're talking about. No, but I don't even care. I don't mind saying. My brother is a truck driver. He used my license and he got caught in the car as a truck driver. And then I got a ticket for that under my name. So that's what you mean.
They have this thing called Duper's Delight, where people make a smirk when they're happy that they're, getting away with a story that they're telling. And so he's getting a chance to clear this up. And so here.
So that was not me. So that's what you're talking about. No, but I don't even care. I don't mind saying.
Look for the little half smile.
My brother is a truck driver. He used my license and he got caught.
Did you see that? My brother is a truck driver. We could slow it down real quick for you if you want. Let's take the playback speed to half. And then just, first of all, if a person is driving trucks, does that mean that his license has a CDL on it? Had gotten you for speeding. So you were in Minnesota in 2020.
Oh, so I'm not, okay. That wasn't me. So that was not me. So that's what you're talking about. No, you
see, the smirk begins to come out here.
I don't even care. I don't mind saying. My brother, is a truck driver.
You saw that. You saw it, right?
I said, my brother, is a truck driver.
All right. So question for you all. If you're a truck driver, this is your profession, right? Where's his brother's license? Is his brother's license suspended? Is his alleged? Is his alleged brother's alleged license revoked? Does his alleged brother not have a license allegedly? What is the reason that he would be using his brother's driver's license and then the physical driver's license? So how did he get your driver's license in his hand if you were not in Minnesota? You're in Texas. How does he have your license in Minnesota? So then what do you have? That means you're not driving? These are the questions that come to mind. So you have a CDL driver's license then in 2021. That means that you should probably still have the CDL driver's license now because it's only 3 years later. Why does his brother not have his own license? Do they look that much alike that he can be using someone else's license? That right there is illegal. That right there is a scam. You're either scamming the trucking company or scamming the police or scamming us right now. So your brother has got a ticket. So not only was he driving with someone else's license, but he was speeding. Part of the reason that they pull over people who are speeding and people who run stop signs and all this other stuff, they pull them over because these people are typically people who commit other crimes. Who is it? Damn it. I believe it was it Ted Bundy that was caught on a minor traffic offense? So this is how they catch people, because there is a personality of duplicity. There's a personality of law breaking. that people have. And so when they pull them over for breaking one crime, they can usually catch them on another crime. So we see it right there.
He used my license and he got caught.
See, more smiles. Hey, I'll put it up big for us.
In the car as a truck driver, and
You see it. Looks like he's telling a funny story, doesn't it? Looks like a joke is being told.
then I got a ticket for that under my name. So
Yeah. Anything is possible. They say Ted Bundy ran a stop sign. See? This is what I'm saying. There's a personality of law breaking.
that's what you meant by that. I was trying to figure out, like, what are you talking about, Minnesota? But yeah, that's what that is, you better.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well,
But I get that makes so that is me, actually. So you're right, but that wasn't actually me, which that's something I need to get taken care of a little bit later this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because especially when people are saying that you two may have been in on it and then you were also in Minnesota the way she was in Minnesota. So you're saying that all of
This
that
like
is just
crazy. Nah,
okay.
I don't know her.
So
I mean,
remember, bottom left is where he looks when he's using his logical brain to filter information.
yeah, she's really then didn't she get in a fight again with two women the next day?
12th time he pushes the conversation back to her. We haven't been talking that long. So in an hour conversation, 12 times you push the conversation back to another person. Listen.
This girl.
You know, when we get a chance to talk to her, we'll ask her those questions because I've shown many videos about her character. I've shown many videos about the way she gets down.
Anytime soon, because hopefully she'll be in jail.
Wait a minute. 13th time trying to redirect the conversation to her. What do you mean? Hopefully she'll be in jail.
She might tell a story to the cop or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Like she's literally even telling stories about the officers. Like
13th time he's now trying to redirect the conversation to her.
That's crazy to me. It's Olan. It's pronounced Olan, by the way. Olan. Olan.
I feel like taking a dance break just on that note alone, but we're going to push through and just get through the rest of this because I cannot. Your name is pronounced Olan?
Olan.
Okay. Well, at this point, at this point, I'm just giving up. I'm like, whatever you say now at this point, because you didn't correct me earlier. Olan?
No. You gotta let it roll off your tongue a little bit.
Oh, okay. Olan. So is the last name is Dugula? Is it Dugula? Olan Dugula?
Oh my God.
Hey, Olan, how are you, man? Did you
Yeah, great. Well, thank you for having me on.
Wait a minute. Did you all hear that? He's having a text exchange with somebody who's asking, why are you mad? Listen closely. I'm going to turn it all the way up here. Listen closely.
A little bit.
Oh, okay. Olan, so is the last name is Dugula? Is it Dugula? Olan Dugula?
Oh my God.
Hey, Olan, how are you, man? Did you
Halen, how are you mad?
Great. Well, thank
you. Heard that, right? Interesting.
you for having me on, though. I do appreciate you.
It sounds like your phone talks to you.
Yeah, it does.
It reads comments for you because I need an app like that, so I don't have to be out here in these internet streets.
Well, if you're on the streets, it's gonna get you caught up. So when you have this, got to make sure that you're pretty good.
So it reads comments for you online. It's reading your Instagram comments.
Yes, Instagram and messages and everything.
You're gonna have to
Mhm.
show me how you
Hold
get
on, my
that done
father's
because that
calling me,
sounds
but
very
he's
interesting.
late. Hold on.
So,
Yeah, no.
Dad,
in all,
Dad. No, but I'm live on the air right now. I know. I'm gonna call you back. I got the picture you sent me earlier. You going to bed now? Did you want me to call you back or no? Okay. All right then. All right. All right. Bye. Okay. All in all, were we good to you here on the Tonya TKO show?
Yeah, you were my first online interview. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
We're gonna see what happens after here. And I don't know, I might get some merch or something. Do something positive.
What merch? What is the merch gonna say?
I
I'm
ain't gonna even say
curious.
it.
I want to know what the merch is gonna say.
I'm gonna say accountability. That's it.
So you in the manosphere is what you're telling me.
You said what?
You in the manosphere?
I'm not familiar with what that is, manosphere.
Uh-huh. Okay. It's a section online where men continuously talk about how women need to be accountabilitable.
I think in this in this specific situation, yeah, big D energy, shit crazy. In this specific, yeah, I think so. And you know what's crazy? At this point, after what she did, they, I'm not going to say that online.
Go ahead and say it.
That's gonna go super viral. I'm gonna be
What?
cool.
Go ahead and say
so
it.
he want to go
After
viral
what she
too.
did, finish your sentence. You might as well go through.
No. Because what she accused people of doing, I, I think that's what, I think that that type of person that's like that does need some type of understanding because she's wilding.
So
She's just getting she's wild.
you're saying that she deserved to get walloped?
No, I didn't say that. That didn't come out of my
So then
mouth.
what are you saying? Because you kind of hemming and hawing.
No, I just said that what she got is what she deserved. But yeah,
Did she? Or
no,
I
no.
thought you said she didn't get what
Why
she
is he not in
deserved.
jail? I'm not in jail because I didn't do anything. That's like the number one question that I think everyone should have been answering. Like 3 months go by, they know this dude's name. So if this dude hit him with a brick and do all this and did this and do that and do this, why is he not in jail? Obviously, it's something that's off there. Is it any person on this? I want to speak to anyone on here that was thinking I hit this lady with a brick and some type of reason that you're still doubting, or I'm just very interested. That was a good t-shirt. It was a water bottle, not a brick. That's funny. Someone just commented that. That is hilarious.
No one is gonna buy that. They might. They might. They might.
Who would buy that? Please let me know what type of merch should I put out.
So he wants to. It seems like he wants to go viral as well. It seems like he wants to use this as a launch pad into selling merchandise, perhaps something for his business. You know what? You're going to have to finish your sentence now because people are going to speculate on what it is that you meant. You said
No, I said
after
it.
what she did.
She had the mask on the whole time. But no, I mean, after what she did, you know, we need to have some type of mantra or some type of something.
What type of
I'm just
mantra? You want to create a Me Too movement for
accountability,
you?
accountability.
You want the mantra to be accountability? You're going to have to make it a little more pimping than that. A little more pizzazz.
No, that work. That'd be perfect.
All
Uh,
right. Well,
that'd be
listen, thank
perfect.
you so much, Olan, for coming out. I think the people finished
Olan.
asking their questions. I'm going to
didn't-
contact you afterwards to debrief with you. But enjoy
Cool.
the rest of your evening. We appreciate you coming on and clearing the air. Okay?
All right, no problem. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. All right, so that is the end of it right there. And then we stay on for a little while longer after that. All right. DJ says Chris Brown beat up women and he's still out. This is true. This is true. So yeah, so I'm gonna check the apples one last time. That's clear. Let me check the PayPal, and then I want to see what your thoughts are on all of this. We might as well talk about this right now because I don't really want to bring this back up again and talk about this again in the future. I'm hoping that by the time we talk about this again, is because the footage is out and we will watch the footage together. So if there's anybody who hears the moment that this footage drops, contact me, tonyatko.com/contact, and send that to me. Let me check the PayPal real quick. And he cleared the ear full of BS. Okay. So the PayPal is clear as well. Okay. Oh, wow. PayPal is trying to get into PayPal rewards to redeem. So they're trying to get like Shopify. You're not going to be able to do it, PayPal. Stop it. Stop it. All right. He should have consulted with a PR person before doing the interview. I honestly didn't think that the interview was going to happen up until the moment that it actually did happen and we went on the air. And there's some people who were like, we don't know why he came on this misandrous platform. So there's a bunch of men out there who think I'm a misandrist and all this other stuff. They think I hate men. It's men who hate men, actually. Men hate men. There are plenty of people who will be like, oh, you are fatherless. No, the pick-me's are the ones who are by and large fatherless. The women who are hard on men are the ones who have fathers and men in their lives who give them the real game about men. I should have listened long ago. I should have listened long ago to my fathers and the men around me, because the stuff that they told me about men, in my foolish girl ways, I thought that maybe they were being too hard on men. I realized that they were telling the unadulterated truth. The unadulterated truth. It was coming from men. And I was like, oh, you're being too hard on men. Men do, yeah, okay. I waited too long to listen. So let's continue forward. What are your thoughts on this whole thing that we just went through? So he knows nothing about internet stuff, but knows what will go super viral. That's a good observation. Thank you for bringing that up. Good God is saying, stop it, Tonya TKO show. What is it that you would like me to stop? You're on Facebook and you're not even using a real name. If there are people on Facebook who see people who are not using real names, just go over to their profile and click, this isn't a real name. Just do that. Get some of these people with their fake accounts off of Facebook. But go ahead, good God. What is it that you would like me to stop? And are you willing to call in and tell me what exactly is it that you would like for me to stop? She's a fatherless misandrist. We all just heard and saw her stop her live stream to talk to who? Listen, Golden, this is how they do it. This is how they do it. They want to talk all of this junk, but let me tell you, I should have listened from the time that I was 13. I should have listened to every single thing that my father told me about men. I should have listened to everything that I've seen in my own family, in other people's lives. I should have listened. Stop sobbing. You see me sobbing? Listen, one thing that I don't have the tolerance for, I don't have the tolerance for people with penises acting stupid in my face. You know that you don't see me sobbing, but I promise you I will begin blocking in a moment so that your good God page can go ahead and get blocked, because I don't have the time to play games. I'm not playing with you. So stop playing in my face, please. because my finger is itching. We've already blocked about 3 or 4 people on this broadcast already. You could make lucky number 5, son. You did a great job, Tonya, with the interview, Tonya. I respect your patience. Thank you. I appreciate that, Gypsy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Good God is saying, what did a man do to you? You know, men are wreaking havoc worldwide. I can ask you, what have men done to you? I'm sure you've been punched in the face by a man. I'm sure you've been robbed by a man. I'm sure that men have done a lot of different things to you, good God, but I'm going to show you what a woman is going to do to you right now. Well, that's all, folks. I mean, listen, we knew that that was bound to happen. We knew that was bound to happen. Okay, so go ahead. Let me put this person, block them on so that their comment is removed from the stream. There we go. Ty talking about waiting. It just happened, baby. It just happened. It just happened. But that's what he wanted anyway. So your wish is my command. You have been blocked. Oh, someone is saying nothing hates a male more than another male. I tell you that much. So what are your thoughts on this whole interview situation? All of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. All right. So listen, I will talk with you all in the next video. I hope I answered all of the questions. I took extra time to just make sure that we went through all of this. This is a 2-hour video. So we did the doggone thing. We went through every single moment of the video and gave my commentary and my thoughts on it. And you know, the thing about it is it's not personal. I don't have anything personal against this guy or Rhoda. I just want to get to the truth. I just want to, I'm not going to put blinders on and believe a person because their story is compelling. I want to get down to the nitty gritty. Ugh, I'm falling off my seat. Oh my goodness. I put these big wheels on my stool because this is a vintage stool, and the old casters, they had like dry rot on the rubber. And so I got these new casters, and they're so big. And now my my feet don't even touch the floor now. I have to hold them up perched. All right. I think he embarrassed himself trying to play with Rhoda. When you say trying to play with, you mean intimately or psychologically? Because, you know, play can be so many different things. You did great. I feel like he was playing scammer games. These two are working together. There's a lot of people who think they're working together, which is interesting. I'm thinking there's more to the story. He clearly has a proclivity towards being deceitful, i.e. driver's license brother. Oh, yeah, join the text notification squad. TonyaTKO.com/text. And I'm ready to get off of here. I'm tired. I feel like just laying down and being quiet. So on that note, I'm going to let you all go. It's crazy how in just a few days, the dark starts growing out from the roots. Well, I like that look anyway with a little bit of dark, but it's only golden to the scalp for like 5 days. Yeah, I can't wait for the video footage to come out as well. So listen, I love you all very, very much. Let me go ahead and start. What's myself? What is the SLL from this video? I don't even know if this video has self-love lessons, really. But if you can think of a self-love lesson that you've learned from this video, I want to hear it. SLL. And I'll take a few moments to look for the SLLs. he was definitely trying to take advantage of her, but she uncontrollable. I mean, this is all speculation at this point because we don't really know what happened. We can't say he was definitely doing anything because we honestly just don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know. All right, well listen, let me call my pops back and let's get this music up, the closing credits. All right. That's not the right screen, Tonya. You tired, girl? What you doing? Here we go. There we go. That's the right screen. All right. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is what? The self-love lesson that I learned from today's video. Really, the self-love lesson that I learned from today's video is about I'm going to be honest with you all. I honestly didn't feel like doing this video today. And I decided to push that feeling aside and just do the video. You see, I don't have on my typical uniform. I don't have makeup on my face, not even eyeliner, nothing. And I decided to just get it done, to just dig in deep to my work ethic, my professionalism, and just push through and just come out and then get this video done because there were a lot of people who were asking me for the breakdown. I had to re-upload the video, and when I re-uploaded it, people were wanting my commentary, and so I decided to just really sit down and get this done because I want to start getting back into reaction videos and talking about some other topics. I want to talk about Tyler Perry and a few other things. There's a few different videos that are going viral right now that we need to talk about, like that girl who proposed to her baby daddy that she was with for 10 years, I think, and she had some child with him, and that right there was a boondoggle. Love yourself more to ensure your soul outshine that fake Louis Vuitton. You know I don't like when people joke with the self-love lessons. You know I don't like that. So I want you to talk about yourself, and I want you to be really sincere, because if we're not being sincere about what it is that we've learned, then my videos are for naught. You know what I mean? So I really want us to be sincere with what it is that we're learning from these videos. Otherwise, why am I doing them? Trust my gut. So let's turn inward and look at ourselves. Trust my gut. If I'm gonna lie, get the story straight. So that's your self-love lesson. I don't like when people play with the self-love lessons. I want us to be sincere with what it is that we've learned, because there are people who are like, Tonya, your videos don't make a difference. Tonya, why are you doing these videos? And I'm like, look at the end of every video. People have self-love lessons. So I really want people to really, oh, are you new here? Oh, okay, that's probably why your name looks new. So yes. So for the people who are new here, and thank you for letting me know about that, because you're right. Everybody is not a long-time viewer. I just think everybody is. So I'll say this. At the end of every video, we give the SLL, self-love lesson. And I'm a self-love specialist. And in 2018, YouTube changed the algorithm so that we have to talk about popular topics in order to be able to get in the algorithm so that our subscribers can see our videos, right? So people have to be searching for you, for the topic. Otherwise, they won't show you to new people, etc., right? And so in 2018, I started covering popular topics. And what happened is we got caught up in a salacious air where there were a lot of people who were coming to my videos to just see the popular topics. And a few years ago, I started implementing this thing that we do at the end of the video called self-love lessons, SLL. And the self-love lessons are really an opportunity for us to talk and connect, and for you to let me know that my work, that the work that we're doing, that even though we're talking about popular topics, that there's merit in it, because there are people who are learning something new about loving themselves in a deeper, more fulfilling, enriching way. So for the self-love lessons, we turn inward and we look and see from whatever it is that we saw in this video, what ideas, what themes can I take from this video about loving myself more? And for me, my self-love lesson as the person who created this video is really about maintaining a work ethic that has me do videos, even when I may not 100% feel like doing the video, but in the essence of finishing and completing a story, because my breakdown of this was the completion of this story. And so that is what I did. So I'm looking for you all to be able to give your self-love lessons. So, oh, look at this. To appreciate my spirit present integrity is more valuable than material things. Yes, you're beautiful. I love that. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So I appreciate that. That is a beautiful way to end this video. And on that note, I will see you all. If you all have more self-love lessons that you want to share, type SLL below after the video is published. And I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Good night, you all. Good night.